Hi again, and welcome to another KWM tasting note with me, Andrew. Today we're trying Gallina de Piel, Mimetic Garnacha from Calatayud region of northern Spain. So Calatayud is just up here. Rioja is in the very sort of north section here, just above between Madrid and Bilbao. Calatayud sort of a little bit further south than Rioja. So it's a very famous region for the Garnacha grape variety, Grenache of France, if you don't know. Um, Sort of bush vines in that region produce some really good concentrated grapes. So the guy behind this is a guy called David, get his name again, Sejas, David Sejas. He was the former head sommelier at El Bulli restaurant in San Sebastian when it was the world's best restaurant, 3 Michelin stars, and people from all over the globe came and travelled. So he was the head winemaker, or head sommelier, sorry, there. And after El Bulli closed, then he went, obviously being a wine man in Spain, lots of vines, decided to create his own range of wines under the Gallina de Piel label. So he produces this one from Calatayud. He has another one from Importa up here, and some from Ribeiro over in the Galicia area as well. And he's also starting to make some wines in Tenerife. And having been just to Lanzarote not that long ago, can vouch that the organic or volcanic, white varieties are very good from Lanzarote, I must say. They were lovely when we were there. So this wine here comes from up to 80-year-old Garnacha vines. Garnacha is a grape variety which would be quite thin skinned, and what that really means is that it doesn't take as much colour to the finished wine as some other grape varieties. If you're in Spain, you think like Monastrell, Bobal, other areas, Syrah, Cabernet, Merlot. It would add a lot more depth of colour to the wine than what a Garnacha would. So they tend to be on the lighter to medium sized colours. They can get a little bit alcoholic if they're not carefully handled, which is a slight downside, I think, of Garnacha. But globally now, there's a massive interest in Garnacha, Grenache, and all its forms, particularly in the likes of Australia. Having been in an event just recently, they were saying that Grenache in Australia now is actually the most expensive grape variety for winemakers to buy. So that's something quite remarkable, considering it's way ahead of Pinot Noir and things like that. And actually, Shiraz is the one that they are struggling to sell. It's just probably an oversupply, and there's an undersupply of like old vine Grenache in Australia. So this one here, interestingly enough, has 15% of whole bunch in the ferment. So what that does, whole bunch is, as it suggests, is putting whole bunches of grape stalks and all into the actual ferment. What that does, it sort of it can add a little bit of tannin from the stalks to start with, but it can give a more aromatic, softer style of wine at the same time, with the sort of juiciness. Think of sort of Beaujolais and things like that there. Those are made in much the same way, sort of carbonic maceration, I suppose, as a method of that. So colour wise, as I said, this Garnacha is going to be sort of more on the medium sized colours, nice sort of ruby red edge, and as you roll it around the glass, it doesn't really have an awful lot of extract, just a little bit, so it's showing that it is coming from a warm climate. So this is the region known as Aragon as well, sort of from that area. And that's the sort of region, this northeastern corner of Spain is where Grenache would be at its most popular, I suppose. You'll get a lot more like Tempranillo and indigenous varieties like Bobal and Menthe up in the northwest as well. But Grenache is sort of up in this right hand corner, I suppose, of Spain. So the first thing you get on the nose of this is the lift, sort of that sort of red berry lift, sort of floral elements to it. Touch of pepper to it as well. Sort of crushed flowers. It's really quite an attractive, appealing nose, I must say. Lovely silky entry to the palate, just caresses your tongue and around your gums. Finishes with a lovely juicy black fruit, red fruit coming through. Bit of grip to the tannin, certainly. This is 2020 vintage. It's coming in at about 14.5% alcohol as well, which you get a little bit on the finish, which is not unusual for Grenache or Garnacha, for a Spanish name. But lovely, nicely balanced glass of wine. Think food. This guy is a sommelier. He's created this wine predominantly for food. So things with maybe spices, things with a little bit of strong flavour to them. Tapas type stuff. It'll be a lovely glass of wine with that. So great packaging as well. I love what he's done with the labels there. So that's by David Sejas Vila, to give him his full name. Garnacha from Calatayud in the Aragon region of northern Spain. So until next time, cheers.